Prayer in the field of silence, the pineal gland, a bridge to the quantum field. In the quiet space between breaths, where thought begins to soften and the boundaries of the known dissolve, there lies a hidden organ of light, the pineal gland, the silent sentinel of our inner cosmos. It rests deep within the brain, small and unassuming, yet ancient traditions and quantum visionaries alike have recognized it as the portal through which the finite self may touch the infinite. This prayer is a journey inward, an invitation to awaken that bridge between the physical and the quantum, between the world of form and the field of boundless possibility. As you settle into stillness, imagine your awareness moving inward, past the layers of sound and sensation, beyond memory and imagination, until you arrive at the center of your being. Here, at this mysterious midpoint between the hemispheres of thought and the depths of intuition, the pineal gland glows, a pinecone of light, radiant and alive, sensitive to frequency, attuned to truth. In this moment, let your breath become slow and deliberate, like the movement of a tide returning to shore. Each inhale invites energy upward, each exhale releases resistance downward. The cerebrospinal fluid begins to flow like a river of liquid light, rising through the spine, creating a gentle pressure at the crown. Within that pressure, transformation stirs. This is the secret rhythm of awakening, the dance of breath, motion, and energy. As the cerebrospinal current moves, it awakens the crystalline structure within the pineal gland, those microscopic transducers of spirit and matter. Through the piezoelectric effect, the mechanical motion of breath becomes an electrical song. The crystals begin to vibrate, emitting subtle frequencies that ripple into the field. It is here that the body becomes a receiver, a biological antenna capable of tuning into realms beyond the visible. The pineal gland, once dormant, begins to hum like a tuning fork that has found its match in the symphony of the cosmos. And as it hums, perception begins to shift. The ordinary world, once confined to edges and definitions, expands into a shimmering continuum of possibility. The self, once bound by the ticking of clocks and the pull of gravity, begins to perceive the timeless. In this sacred frequency, the veil between worlds thins. You become both the observer and the observed, both the wave and the particle, both the breath and the field through which the breath moves. The pineal gland, now fully awakened, opens like an eye that has always seen but has only now remembered how to look. This is the bridge the mystics spoke of, the third eye, the crystal portal, the gateway to the quantum. Here, awareness expands beyond the linear construct of time. The mind releases its grasp on past and future and enters the eternal now. You may sense flashes of color, waves of geometry, or a deep silence that feels alive with intelligence. This intelligence is not separate from you, it is you. It is the field in which every potential exists, waiting for your coherence to call it forth. As your pineal gland harmonizes with this field, it releases biochemical signals that mirror your inner state. Within the darkness of your skull, light begins to form, literal photons emitted through the activation of the gland's inner crystals. This is the alchemy of the body, energy becoming matter and matter becoming energy. Some traditions call this the awakening of Kundalini, a serpent of light uncoiling up the spine, igniting centers of awareness as it rises. You feel its ascent as warmth, as tingling, as a subtle expansion that moves upward until it merges with the luminous center of the pineal bridge. The merging of this energy with consciousness gives birth to visions, to insights, to a profound sense of unity with all that is. Within this unity, DMT, a powerful natural compound derived from melatonin, may flow through the bloodstream of your awareness. This sacred molecule, secreted from the pineal gland, allows the brain to perceive dimensions beyond the ordinary. It is not an escape but a return, a remembering of your infinite nature. Through its lens, you may glimpse realities where light speaks in patterns, where emotion becomes architecture, where time folds into itself like a wave meeting its own beginning. The pineal gland becomes not merely an organ but a door, one that opens inward toward the eternal self and outward toward the infinite universe. In this field of silence, time itself bends. The pineal gland functions as a biological timepiece, not to mark hours but to dissolve them. It senses cycles not of clocks but of creation, the rhythm of galaxies, the pulse of stars, the breath of the quantum field itself. Here, you realize that every moment you have ever lived still exists, resonating like ripples in the fabric of eternity. You are both the moment and the movement, the past and the becoming. The bridge of the pineal gland does not lead away from the world but deeper into its true nature, where time is not linear but luminous. Let this awareness anchor in your heart. Feel the electromagnetic field of your heart merge with the crystalline field of your pineal. Together they form a coherent circuit, thought and feeling, mind and emotion, current and flow. The field responds not to words but to coherence, not to desire but to frequency. As your thoughts become elevated and your emotions purified, the pineal gland tunes ever more finely to the vibrations of creation. Gratitude becomes your transmitter. Love becomes your carrier wave. In this coherence, your intentions ripple through the field, rearranging the invisible into form. You may ask, what does this mean for my everyday life? It means that transformation is not something that happens to you, it is something that radiates from you. When you awaken the pineal gland, you become conscious of your participation in the quantum field. You begin to realize that your attention is creative, your emotion is magnetic, your thoughts are sculptors of probability. You cease to live as a bystander and begin to live as a bridge, between biology and light, between self and source. So now return to your breath. Feel the gentle glow of the pineal at the center of your head, pulsing with soft luminescence. Feel it synchronizing with your heartbeat, with your breath, with the hum of the universe. Let this harmony carry you beyond thought and into being. You do not have to reach the field, you are already within it. You are the signal and the receiver, the current and the conduit. The pineal gland is simply your reminder, the biological key that unlocks remembrance of who you truly are. As you slowly open your awareness back to the physical world, keep this inner vision alive. Let every sight, every sound, every sensation remind you that there is more than the surface reveals. Behind the ordinary beats the pulse of the extraordinary. The pineal gland, radiant within you, will continue to whisper the frequencies of creation, guiding you toward coherence, presence, and light. So breathe deeply, feel fully, rehearse with care, choose with presence, and become the version of yourself you are meant to be.